They are asking us daily for help. It costs us a lot of money to train these dogs, but it would cost a lot more. You can't put a price on somebody's life.
So I was an infantry soldier. I was in the Ranger Battalion for the 20 years, on and off of different units, and I stayed deployed for about 15 of those years. I had been hit by the third IED, which took out a part of the back of my brain and required having speech therapy. I was blind at the time. So when I came home, I had a really bad transition. I started abusing prescription medications and just shutting out and not being with my family. Ended up in a few PTSD hospitals. I have kids in football and Boy Scouts and what have you, and I just stayed at home pretty much in my house, in my bedroom. For about 5 years I stayed barricaded there. So at one point I had an Army cot in a walk-in closet where I was living, and my wife was pretty sure that's not what we needed to have as a family. I was on a visit at Bass Pro Shops, and we saw a puppy raiser, and I was having a very bad day, and I was sitting on the ground, and the puppy came and sat in my lap, and my wife got their contact info.
I was one of those little girls that always brought dogs home with them. Told my daddy I found this dog running down the street.
My wife then applied for a service dog at that time, and I waited the 2 years to get Chief. Chief thinks that everything he's doing is play. That way, a lot of people ask, your dog works all day long, does he have days off, does he have times off? Chief is just like a regular dog fetching a ball. So everything he does, he actually enjoys doing, and it's play. They take good behaviors and then they turn it into targets. So they do hand touches. Chief, touch? Yes, touch? Yes, that's a good boy. So that we can teach our dogs to push handicap buttons. Chief, push? Yes, that's a good boy. For me, I was blind when I first got Chief. So to find this button or to have enough time to push the button and get back to the door, there's not enough time. So Chief would find this button, hit it on the wall, and open the door for me so I can walk in and out. Chief's taught to pick up anything I drop with or without a cue. Chief can grab things as small as credit cards and coin off the ground if we need him to. One of the problems is getting out of the house, being in the public. Chief picks up on any of my anxieties. He attaches my foot when I get too stressed, keeps people from getting too close to me, so he gives me a little barrier. That gets me back in the public and being a parent again.
You're buying independence and freedom. So this veteran doesn't have to ask his children to pick up things off the floor. Doesn't have to wait for somebody else to help him open the door. If he falls in the bathroom late at night, he doesn't have to lay there all night because he has a dog that's trained to go get help. If he's having night terrors, night visions, this dog can wake him up from them before he hurt somebody, actually.
Inside of about 6 months, I started volunteering here because I thought I could do more for veterans. Now I work as a veteran coordinator. From the second a veteran applies until they get their placement, I'm their contact. Then after the dog is placed, every month to 3 months, we call and make sure their placement is good for the life of that placement. So once veterans have their service dog, they have a family in Patriot Paws for their life.
The waiting list makes me cry at night, to be honest. Veterans are committing suicide. The old numbers are 22 a day. And they are asking us daily for help. It costs us a lot of money to train these dogs, but it would cost a lot more. You can't put a price on somebody's life.